everybody, this is a video response for Luke Tittle Willie, and Luke wants to know what we do. He's recently changed his, I think he said major and minor at school, and he's trying to decide what to do. And he wants to know what we do and why we do it. Okay, so I have a kind of interesting story. When my daughter entered kindergarten, and my daughter is 17 now and a senior in high school, but when she entered kindergarten, I started working part-time as a receptionist for a manufactured home and real estate company. And they wanted me to go full-time, but I wasn't going to. I wanted to be able to get her from school because up until then I hadn't worked full-time. And prior to having her, I had been in banking. So when she went into first grade and she was at school longer, I went full-time. And I started doing their advertising, and I'm the kind of person I have to be constantly learning, and I have to be challenged. I cannot just sit and, I would not have been sitting just answering the phones as a receptionist for long. That just wasn't going to work. So I kept taking on more and more responsibilities. As much as they wanted to give me, I was going to do it. I'm fidgeting, I know. My pillow's fallen over, and yeah. So I then started training the agents. Now, I wasn't doing sales myself, but because I processed all of the paperwork, I got to know, you can tell me a street and I could tell you what subdivision it was just from processing the paperwork and looking at the maps and putting it in the computer, into the database. So from in the office, I knew the entire area better than half the agents who were out in the field. So I started training them on how to fill out the paperwork properly, since I processed it all the time. And then I was going to leave. I actually accepted another job for another company, still doing pretty much the same thing, but there was a greater chance for advancement because it was a bigger company. When I was going to leave, my boss then offered me a management position and sales. So I went into management and sales at the same time. Not in the same office where I was, but in a smaller office on kind of the other side of the county. So I had to commute a little bit, but she gave me a good raise, and I got the opportunity to make commissions, and I had perks and all kinds of stuff I didn't have before, and I loved it. So for the next 2 years, I managed this office and did sales. I was selling manufactured homes. I did not have my real estate license at the time. And then I wanted my real estate license though. And so, but there was no real estate division over there. You know, and you have to have a broker to even have a real estate division. So I got my license and we opened a real estate division, and I was a 50-50 partner in the real estate division. So that's pretty cool. I went straight from not even selling real estate to 50-50 partner in the real estate division. But it wasn't long after that, she wanted me, my boss, the owner of the company, wanted me to come back to the other office and manage both offices. Well, I kind of didn't want to, but she talked me into it, and, you know, it should have been good money, but my heart was at the other office because that's where the real estate division was. That's what I really wanted to do. And I burned out pretty quick. I didn't make it another 6 months trying to manage both offices when my heart was in the other office. So she bought me out of my half of the real estate division because there had only been a few transactions. But I did get to sell some real estate before I left, and then I went into just strictly residential real estate, which I've been doing now for I think going on 8 years. What's kind of cool is I never really thought about it, doing sales for a living. It kind of has a stigma on it. I mean, real estate sales is different though. It's a soft sell. You can't, it's not a pushy type of sale. I mean, I suppose some agents are pushy, but they're not going to last long because it's all about building a client base and having repeat customers in the future, and nobody appreciates being pushed into anything. But that's how I ended up in it, and it was just doors opened that led me in that direction. You know, I believe, obviously, I believe it was God putting me where I needed to be, because, one of the things that I pray still to this day is, God, position me where you want me. Position me where you can bless me. Not God bless me, but God position me so that I'm in the right position so that I can be blessed. And He does that. Like today, this is a new thing for me. No, I was processing it today. Actually, it just happened Friday. For the last 2 months I've been working on this. I got a call from a guy who wanted to list an entire condo building, like the entire building, to sell every unit in the building. I have never done something on that scale before. Now, just a few months ago, I switched brokerages, so I'm at a different brokerage now. And I switched because it was just time. There was like no drama reason for me to leave. It was just kind of slow, and with real estate, you get a bunch of listings. You don't want to walk away from that inventory because that's like money in the bank, and you've got to like start over. So at the time, things had kind of dropped off there was hardly anything going on, and I was kind of bored there, so I was like, yeah, no time like the present. And I had prayed about it and felt like I should do it. And now I go, here's answer to prayer of that positioning thing. If I had had this opportunity to list this project at my previous brokerage, I would not have had the support system that I have where I am now from management. And now this is really sad. I would have had to watch my back because my own broker would have, is a good chance, tried to take it from me. They would have said that I wasn't prepared to handle it because I hadn't done anything like this before. When the truth of the matter is, I am. And the brokerage where I am now not only didn't try to take it from me, but they've helped me as much as they could help me, but left it all up to me. And I have been, honestly, I'm patting myself on the back. I was proud of myself that I had stepped up to the plate and was managed to, over a 2-month period, negotiate every single aspect of this project. And I'm personally not even going to be the one that's sitting on site doing the sales. I'm overseeing the project, and we're going to have agents in the sales office there. I took all the pictures, I'm doing all the marketing, I'll be doing the scheduling. But now I go, okay, I look back in the years of management that I had and the sales that I had and all the marketing that I've done and my experience in real estate now have prepared me leading up to this point right now of just being positioned where I'm supposed to be and having the doors opened, the opportunities that were provided, and now I have 24 separate condos all in one building and an on-site sales staff, in addition to my other clients that I'm out in the field with all the time. I just wrote a contract tonight. I had a closing last week. I've got one coming up this coming week, and we're in a really crappy market right now, and I'm doing pretty well. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm a total believer in it's not all about the money. You can't say that it's not about the money because that's not true. You don't work if you're not going to get paid for it. But you have to enjoy what you're doing, or why bother? And look, good luck finding out what you want to do. My suggestion is pray. Of course. There's a big shock. Bye.